President Biden is facing growing calls for answers on the recent string of flying objects that were shot down. The White House is dodging questions about when the president will ever give an update to the American people. Watch this.
The president is taking this very seriously, and he's receiving briefings regularly from his national security advisors, and he's going to continue to do that. We are sharing as much information as we can, as possible, but we do want to make sure that the American people understand that there's no need to panic. But I just don't have anything to preview as to if the president's going to be speaking on this in the upcoming days.
Certainly doesn't sound like it, does it? Todd Piro here this morning. Good morning to you, Todd. Senators demanding to have the president address the nation after they received a briefing yesterday, right?
And good morning to you as well. What KJP just said from the podium is yet another mistruth from her, because when you look at what the senators themselves are saying, it's not just Republican senators. It's Republican and Democratic senators. And when they attended that briefing, there was a general sense of, hey, everything that we learned in this briefing, we kind of learned in the papers. We knew already. You didn't tell us anything that was that groundbreaking, and you didn't tell us anything that can't be shared with the American people. And because the president is really the only one who can call a press conference, get all the major networks to show up, and basically tell the American people, hey, nothing to worry about. Our national security is all on board. We're 100% good. Don't worry about it. He's the one that needs to do that. It's not KJP. It's not these senators. It's him. Yet silence, crickets from the White House. It makes no sense, Ash.
You're absolutely right, Todd. I want to talk about 2024. Nikki Haley officially declared her candidacy, and apparently the ladies on The View, particularly Whoopi Goldberg, lost their minds. Watch this.
So, Nikki, you know, since you have been asleep all this time and you just woke up, you're just finding out that there are things about our country that are not perfect. And for us to pretend that it is and that nothing happened is ridiculous. You used to actually have some sanity and knew right from wrong. Yeah, and then you lost your mind and went in some new direction.
You know, Todd, why all the anger and vitriol?
I don't know. I mean, I've watched this clip multiple times. We did it on my show, Fox and Friends First. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And there's three potential reasons. One, it's because the Republican minority woman concept really is not what the far left wants, because that just sort of destroys all their narratives. So that's actually two, woman and minority. Another potential is she is worried that by going into the pool, she could potentially, you know, do away with your Ron DeSantis's in the world and dilute the voting pool, giving the nomination to Trump. But I don't want to give Whoopi that much credit. I don't think she's that bright and look that far ahead playing the checkers game that you need to in electoral politics. Beyond that, I think what she's trying to say, if I'm reading it properly, is that America's not that good. And that is a notion that you hear from the left over and over again. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah. I mean, look, we don't look to The View for keen insight. They just give us a lot of fodder, which we love. Also, Nikki Haley is not just getting criticized by the left. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton, surprisingly, is also attacking her. What did he have to say? Yeah,
he's trying to make himself relevant or keep relevant. John Bolton says that Nikki Haley's 2024 presidential run is really aimed at locking down the vice presidency. Listen.
I think Nikki's really running for vice president. That's my sense. I think she has a problem because she first said she wouldn't run if President Trump ran. And her justification for changing was that a lot of things have changed, which I don't think is very convincing.
Last year, Bolton teased that he is contemplating jumping into the 2024 fray if a strong Republican alternative to Trump fails to emerge. Look, obviously, that's the reason he's saying this, Ash. I do agree with his underlying notion that this could be a vice presidency audition. So he's not wrong there. But obviously, he's saying it because he has designs on getting in himself. And let the knives come out. We're going to start punching away. And that's our lives, Ash, for the next, I don't know, 2 years.
It gives us a job, and one that we enjoy doing. All right, but by the way, staying in Washington, Senator Dianne Feinstein has been in her position, we know this, for over 30 years, But the question is that finally coming to an end?
Best story of the day, Ash, on so many levels. Get ready for this. California Senator Dianne Feinstein's office announcing she will not run for re-election in 2024. But, Ash, it seems like the senator herself, Feinstein, didn't know that. She was the last to know. Listen to what happened when a reporter asked her about her retirement.
Finally announced you're retiring.
Oh, no, I'm not announcing anything.
No?
I will one day.
You will? Thank you, ma'am. Not too far away. Thank you, ma'am.
Uh-oh. A staffer quickly correcting the 89-year-old senator, saying, quote, Senator, we put out your statement. Confused, Feinstein said, you put out the statement? I should have known they put out the statement. I agree with you, Senator Feinstein. You probably should have known that. The Democrats' retirement setting up a contentious Senate primary in the Golden State. A handful of Congress members already throwing their hats in the race, including Congressman Adam Schiff, Congressman Ro Khanna, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and Congresswoman Katie Porter. Ash, the big question is, do those four people know that they are in the race for senator? If not, hopefully their staff will let them know.
How embarrassing. Oh, my goodness. You don't announce your retirement, but your staff does. What does that tell you? All right, great stuff. Thank you.